Good morning and happy Independence Day. I'm SuzanneGoldklang. Thank you for joining us here on FIOS 1 News Morning Edition. CJ and Molly have the morning off. Today's top stories are coming up in just a minute, but first, Jamie's going to kick it off with a very interesting 4th of July forecast. Thanks, Gloria. Our top story, Hurricane Arthur causing concerns for our area today. The Category 2 storm came ashore overnight, pounding the North Carolina coast with whipping winds over 100 miles per hour and several inches of rain. Power outages are widespread and expected to get worse. Meanwhile, in our area, there are worries about Arthur causing dangerous riptides. FIOS 1's Ron Lee is live in Long Beach, Long Island with the story. Hey, Ron.
Hey there, Suzanne. Well, we are coming to you this.
In New Jersey, one of the last boardwalks destroyed by Superstorm Sandy is now reopened just in time for the holiday weekend. The Ocean Grove Boardwalk marks the close of another chapter in the Jersey Shore's recovery. The Religious Association in the Ocean Grove section of Neptune Township got turned down twice by the Federal Emergency Management Agency for repair money before prevailing on the third try. Also on the shore today, the ocean's being churned up by Arthur, and for some hardcore surfers, now is the time to grab your board and catch a wave. FIOS 1's Bob Brown is in Ocean Grove with the story.
Good morning. Well, Hurricane...
Cops are stepping up DWI patrols and checkpoints to keep the roads safe today and all weekend long. Signs like this one on the thruway serve as reminders to drivers that drinking and driving will not be tolerated. State police have extra patrols on the roads to get drunks off the road. This mobile unit will process the offenders. Some tips for drinking responsibly: designate a driver, and if you can't and want to drink, call a cab to take you home, or just stay put and sleep it off. A man from Maryland under arrest in Suffolk County accused of leaving his 2-year-old daughter locked in a hot car while he went shopping in Huntington. Detectives say it was about 120 degrees inside that car. A person walking through the parking lot of the shopping center heard the girl crying and noticed she was locked inside the Nissan Frontier with the windows closed. They called 911. Police broke the car window to get the girl out. She was taken to Huntington Hospital for evaluation. The girl's father, Melvin Mariquin, got back to the vehicle about 10 minutes after the police arrived. He was held overnight and is scheduled to be arraigned today at First District Court in Central Islip. After many holidays away from his family serving in the Mideast, a Long Island dad is back home today. FIOS 1's Jody Goldberg has the story of his homecoming and a very special surprise. Lots more coming up on this 4th of July. Keep it right here on FIOS 1. As we all know, the world is changing, which means science is changing. FIOS 1's Molly Rokasi sat down with Dr. Richard Baza to tell us about how science standards are changing in the classroom. Don't forget, you can find a full list of events going on in your community today on our website. That's FIOS1news.com. The holiday weekend's here, and it's not just the fireworks that'll put a smile on your face. We'll tell you why when the morning edition returns. Disturbing new details emerging this morning in the case of a Georgia man charged with murdering his 22-month-old son by leaving him in the back seat of his hot car. A detective telling the court that Justin Harris never called 911 and allegedly sent explicit text messages to 6 different women while his son, Cooper, was dying. Court papers allege Harris did internet searches about deaths in hot cars. Harris pleaded not guilty to the charges, saying he simply forgot about his son. On June 18th, Harris was supposed to take him to daycare, but instead went straight to work. Cooper died after being in the car for more than 7 hours. For the first time in history, the Dow Jones closed over 17,000 as the start of the summer brought good news for the job market. The unemployment rate dropped to 6.1% in June, down from 6.3% in May. 288,000 jobs were added, a number that beat expectations. For the past 5 months, the economy has now gained at least 200,000 jobs per month, and that is the best stretch since the year 2000. The unemployment rate is now at its lowest level since September of 2008. After a rough bout with the Rays, the Yanks look to fish up a win in the land of 10,000 lakes. Those highlights and more coming up. Jennifer Williams has your sports. You're watching FIOS 1 Morning Edition. When we return, here's a sight you never see. police patrols on skateboards, how cops are fighting crime with a different type of wheels. Well, sometimes the police are the ones chasing skateboarders away, but one Wisconsin cop is changing the way kids and adults look at the law. One police officer in Wisconsin rides his skateboard as a way to patrol local neighborhoods. He says it's his own way of connecting better with kids. Joel Zawicki says his new mode of transportation often sparks some interesting conversations. You're watching FIOS 1 News. Thanks for being with us on this Independence Day. We'll be right back. And if you see news happening, be sure to call our tip line, 1-877-346-7154.